That's my cousin.
My wife is supposed to be watching, so she can throw things at me and laugh.
Okay, I am not touching this screen at all. I think we're live. I've got a nice iPad over here.
Okay.
I'll turn off the Wi-Fi so it doesn't drain the internet at all.
We are live.
We are live.
Will this show me when I get back into Roll20 here?
Oh, crap. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I am going to mute us because I don't want to hear us. So, anyone who wants to watch, here we are. This is the Unexpected Fieldwork group. I am...
Launch game?
Yes. I am the host of everything because I'm the one that said, sure, I can do it. Jackal Twinkie 77. I got a shirt that says it right there. And on the back, it's got a Bible quote on the back. Above me, we have the bigwig of the TikTok group with 282,000.
The bigwig.
Archeo Wolf. We have Natty Nat right here.
Great. Now.
We have Dustin, our DM. And at the bottom, we have Kate as the Event Horizon on TikTok. And we're going to attempt to play some D&D 5th edition. Now, I've played 3rd. I have not played any other editions of D&D. I've made a character in 4th, and I've made a character in 5th, but that's it. I've seen it played, but I've never actually played it myself. So, B-Guy1020, hello!
Yeah, I think the only ones who have actually played 5th are me and Nat.
My PC is being slowed down by stuff.
And I've only played in 5th, so...
And I've played more than I'm going to admit to on stream.
You have 210 hours.
Austin is our dungeon master because he is the master.
You have 210 or 220 hours on Roll20.
Hush up. So,
chronically mad!
I do forget to leave it up.
You forget.
So instead of having that over here, just to confuse myself even more, iPad goes here.
My connection to the server has been interrupted.
You're still here.
It still says you're on.
No, on Roll20.
I've got Keen right down there.
Okay, here we go. Now it's moving. Yay.
So far, nothing's happened.
All right.
Where are we?
So,
I can move the map now.
That's a good start.
You can move the map. Oh, I mean, I can shrink. I can zoom in on the map. I can't get it.
For people watching, you're also going to learn a lot about Roll20 because I don't think anyone here other than me has really used Roll20.
Thank you, Meg.
Negative.
I have a lot of teaching to do.
Meg says she's going to host us.
And I'm cool with that. Sweet.
Sweet.
Nice.
Thanks, Meg.
So what we'll do to start out, everybody can introduce their characters. I will put
there we are.
On a nifty little token page. And we will start out.
Okay, that's who that is.
I have
Morgan.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce your character.
Okay, well, my character is Abukir, and I know I typed up his name and sent it to Nap, and I can't even remember how to pronounce it. His whole name.
Oganor. Abukir Oganor.
Something. Word.
Word.
Word in long. That's all you need to know.
Meg, I saw.
Abukir is a Luxodon who is looks more woolly mammoth than a subtropic elephant like most people are familiar with. He's a young Luxodon at almost 120. He is incredibly intelligent and incredibly inquisitive, but he goes about it, he's about as subtle as Broadside. and awkward as hell. Stuff like our little expedition that he's taking part of is something that he has always wanted to do, and in his youth he was apprenticed to be like a history keeper, and then essentially got conscripted into the last defense of the village, acquitted himself quite well with a large hammer, and they said, you get to go to war school and you're not going to be a historian anymore. So he's really good at, death, but it's not where his heart lies. So he's easily going to be the biggest character here and is the proverbial elephant in the room.
Something we will be happy to point out multiple times.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
All right. Next, we have Bannon.
Oh, I don't need that. That's just going to get in the way. Bannon Axzirar is a dwarven cleric of Ioun. So he is obsessed with knowledge. His parents were a wandering merchant group. Not terribly well off, not terribly poor, but, just kind of there. They were ambushed by some, I don't think I ever said, but they were ambushed by some creatures, and his older brother, the heir of his father, was wounded. So they were keep him stable enough to get to the nearest town, and the only healer was a cleric of Ioun, who took a great liking to Bannon. However, I don't even know how to pronounce his name yet.
We'll get
I don't
there.
know. It's Dwarven. I don't speak Dwarven. It took a great liking to him and used him in exchange as an exchange of favors. Basically, they got rid of their fourth child and to the Temple of Ioun for training, and got the heir apparent healed. And he is a grouchy. He is more charismatic than the elephant,
Abukir.
but not by a whole lot.
Barely.
He is a stuffy librarian. He has spent the last 40 years being a librarian, studying, and the adventures that he's on, he doesn't want to be on. But you have to have experience to get promoted, so he has to have field work in order to move up in the order. Yeah. I still don't have a voice pickup for him.
You need 5 years of experience to get experience?
I got turned down for a job as a teller at a bank because I did not have money handling experience. I have 18 years experience doing everything else, but I have never handled money.
I.e., you were terrible with the customers.
It's all good. I got
Doesn't-
turned down because I forgot one to fix my credit.
All right.
Doesn't running a lemonade stand constitute as money handling?
That involved going
Or
outside
broad tail?
during the summer. I prefer to stay inside and play games and stuff like this.
All right. Next up, we got Andy.
Oh, that's me. My character's name is Andesite Dierte, spelled like the rock and like the dirt. She goes by Andy. She is an Earth Genasi. She has always been very introspective and curious about her surroundings. So it's no wonder that she's an artificer. She lost her family at a young age, and by that I mean literally they were up and gone while she was out in the woods one time. There had looked like there was a struggle when she got back to her home, but there really wasn't any clues as to what had happened to them. So she wandered about until there was a Genasi water tribe that she joined in. Of course, that as an Earth Genasi, she never really fit in, so she kind of stayed on the outskirts of that and just kept studying and learning about her surroundings until finally she she came across a little dude, the little Mayfit, that she nicknamed Marbles. And I think she saved his life or something like that. And he agreed to just stick by her side no matter what, basically vowed to protect her. Likes to sleep in her pocket and enjoys eating cave crickets. He doesn't speak, but he comprehends and understands what she says. And he's also a stealthy and silent flyer, great for spying, and my own little guard dog. So Andy was hired to go on this expedition by some other folks, and she hired these three as her bodyguards because, well, she is a skinny little genasi who is a nerd and doesn't seem to be able to protect herself easily in fighting styles. So she's like the leader of the group, but she's not particularly comfortable with that phrase. I don't really know what else to say about her.
And next we have the wonderful Senatier.
Yeah, Senatier. She is a half-orc druid. She's part of the Circle of Wildfire. She was, I'm going to keep this short because I hate talking. But she was abandoned as a baby in the woods. They have no idea what her other 50% is, but she was literally looked after by wolves up until some druids found her and decided to raise her, and she showed some very interesting abilities, given that she's half orc and they're not exactly green thumb kind of people. So they chose to teach her everything that they knew, and she just kind of grew up doing her own thing in the woods and not really bothering anybody. But when she was in town and heard that there was somebody going into her woods, she decided to act as a guide, as she had a lot of experience. She's very, very well versed in the lore and myths of the area, and kind of has this foreboding sense of where they're going and doesn't really know why. And that's, yeah, we're just going to keep it right there.
What do you mean orcs don't have a green thumb?
I really hate talking.
She's green.
Okay.
Green skin.
Yeah, she is
I was
gray.
going to say it too.
She is
God damn
gray.
it, you beat
She
me
is
to
not
it.
even green. She's
Okay,
grayish.
your character token is green.
Yeah. We'll update tokens as you do art.
Yeah, as the artist does the arting.
I think my character token was the only one that wasn't like
Only-
extremely dirty and physical, but he looks to be like 700 instead of the mere 78 that I am. I'm only 78. I'm just a baby.
I would like to point out the funny thing that there's only one of you that doesn't have a bad family story.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No, I'm talking about the elephant.
No, he does actually have a bad. No, so that's
No.
something.
Should I go back and should I give a quicker?
Well, that's
what
a
happened?
long. Read the essay.
Bring it on.
So he was 40 years old when this happened, so he was like
Same.
a teenager. When a raiding army of trolls showed up and decided, oh, we're gonna fuck up everything here.
Sorry, I have it labeled as a mature stream, so they have to agree to. The only thing is, I assume you saw it. We're not mentioning what we're drinking. I am drinking this.
Okay.
That's why I've been drinking like
I
this.
haven't looked at what the terms of service is, but just to be careful.
Drinking water with impurities.
I'm drinking out of merchandise.
This is D&D. Use your imagination. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you if it'll work or what you need to roll to see if it does work.
Give you
So,
an example.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, to give
Be
you an
aware you
example.
can grapple with your trunk.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have a three-handed grapple right there.
You also have a bonus action. Think quicker action, smaller action.
Okay.
The tongue punch is a bonus action.
Tongue punch.
All right.
You can use your action also to dash.
and acrobatically slices their throats. So, oh, I hear an echo of myself. Does that mean I'm coming through?
Yeah, that's Josh. We can hear ourselves.
You can hear me, so I will echo. So this is gonna be fun.
You push the top. That should work.
I'm watching the stream via my phone.
Put ourselves back on the map here. Nope, not that map. Ta-da. All right, so I'm going to drag it to the camera. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So. So it's about 256-mile journey.
They say they're starting to hear us. Okay, cool.
So you guys will all be starting out. Oh, hey. Cool. So we'll all be starting in a large city called Rexton Trim. Before you guys take off, you do get a chance. You can stop at the vendor, buy items if you wish to. Adventuring gear to give you a kind of a idea of stuff you can buy. Acid, ball bearings, bedroll. Everybody just take 15 gold. Good to start out.
15 gold.
Extra lengths of rope, chain, handles, caltrops.
Take your stupid rope.
I'll take my rope.
Good. It's a good thing I had my fucking rope.
Fucking A, I love that movie.
Nope, can't do that. No, I can't do that.
Healing potions are a bit rich for your guys' blood right now.
I already have two.
That's why you have me.
Because you said I could.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust our cleric.
So where do I get to go buy some?
You guys actually just on the way towards the gate, you do see a shop that has a sign outside of it, and it says Mel's Adventuring Gear. And it is open for business. And then buy whatever you wish.
Is Mel at the stand?
He is. Tall, short, blonde hair. Good looking, but not like beautiful. And he's dressed in a very, very nice suit.
Owen Wilson.
That's a perfect picture.
Wow.
Perfect.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, I have guests. I'm so glad to have guests. Take a look around and ask me what you're looking to buy, and I'll tell you a price.
I approach him.
Well, look at you.
Well, look at me. What about me?
Well, that color of skin isn't usual around here. I love it.
I'm innocent. Are you saying something about my race? I don't appreciate
it's quite
that.
beautiful, actually.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything that matches what's going on here?
Well, actually, I do. And he pulls out a drawer on the wall, and actually pulls out. It's a really long horizontal one, and he pulls out. It's a fold-in closet. He pulls out a perfectly matched dress, just for you.
I don't know if I'm much of a dress person. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, well, of course, of course. How are these? And he reaches down on the bottom and pulls out these very beautiful boots. whose color also matches you.
Is there anything special about these boots that I should know?
Oh, possibly.
What are you asking for 'em?
Let's say 5.
I'd go for $3. I don't know what they're gonna do for me.
Roll persuasion.
First roll, make it good.
18.
18? For a face like that, and for a match like this, why not?
Well then,
Right, and
tell me about these boots. I will take them.
go ahead, try them on.
I put them on.
Here. He walks over around the desk and lifts up part of the floor, and underneath is dirt. And looks very smoothed out. Go ahead and take a walk.
I strut.
You look back and you see your footprints. Now, think reverse.
I do.
The footprints in the dirt flip around.
I love them.
Ooh, nifty.
So, what are these boots called?
Boots of false tracks.
False tracks.
You can make them look like you're going in a different direction. You can even change what the footprints look like. You can make your footprints look like, one of your large friends here.
Could I make them look like animal tracks?
You look down and they shift to animal tracks.
Fascinating. I require duck tracks immediately.
They sure do.
Quack, quack.
I go wander about playing with the boots while Epic here goes up the stand.
Who else? My, you are large and in charge.
We're going to add to that because he's not actually in the store. He's looking through a window because the door jam is a little short.
Perfect. Absolutely. He's polite. He walks up to the window for you. Has a good smile.
Because I'm about as smooth as a gravel road in springtime. I reach through the window with my trunk and point at a wooden canteen barrel sort of container that is held together by what looks like brass netting.
I know where you go.
I hope so.
Sorry. Of course, yes. Are you interested in that?
What is? Because I'm not the smoothest character in the world, so.
I love it so much.
What is?
He kind of looks at Andy like, dude, this guy's weird. But
I look back and be like a serious question. I was like, answer him.
Are you asking the prize?
What is it?
Oh, it is a special brew.
I'm gonna need more
So,
information on
what
that.
go?
I think 8 gold would be a little better.
You figure out exactly how dirty the tops of your shelves are when I snort my disdain at you and blow all the dirt off. 5.
Oh, the dust! Why always the dust?
Either roll a persuasion or an intimidation.
Do intimidation.
Okay.
Definitely intimidation. Always intimidation for you.
And then
For me,
for
persuasion.
intimidation, we're actually going to have to change the number a little bit because instead of -1, it's going to be plus 5. Nope, 6.
5. So that's
6. So
I just realized
8
when I
plus 6, 14.
when I rolled persuasion earlier, I rolled an 18, but I add 2 to that, don't I?
Oh, wow.
So that's what my. Well, anyway, so it would have been 20. Anyway, go on.
You get a half copper off.
So you rolled an 8 because it's -1 there. You rolled an 8 plus 6. So 14. He doesn't look too frightened, but he does look at you quizzically. 5 gold.
5. Trunk reaches back into a pouch that is on my large robe, and pulls out a stack of 5 coin and drops them in his hand.
Extra. I'll have it brought up. And 2 younger-looking boys, teenagers, come out, and they both lift it up and take it outside the door.
Discovered that it's actually a little bit smaller than he thought it was compared to how big he is.
It is very, very delicious ale.
Don't drink it all right now.
It is very delicious.
I point over to a handbag, what looks like a handbag, and ask if that's. Is that a bag of holding?
Why, yes, it is.
It looks a little small. How much does it hold?
About half as much as a normal sized one. But it's still quite useful.
Is it? Interesting. At that moment, Marbles literally jumps out of my pocket and dives into the bag to check it out.
Oh. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Oh dear, Ayun, what is that thing?
Well, this is Marbles. Sorry, guys. He must have been taking a nap. He likes to just check things out. Think of him as a captain's parrot. That's anything else. Meanwhile, you see him literally darting within the bag, bouncing around to see how much space he can take up.
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't.
It's a pocket dimension.
Oh, wonderful.
I look down through the window. Tastes like chicken.
No, it doesn't, Abu. Tastes like rocks.
Shame.
Shame. How about this? How much are you asking for the bag? At that point, Marbles comes back onto my shoulder.
Oh, seeing as though it's a slightly smaller space than the normal size, we'll say 100 gold.
100 gold?
They usually go for 500.
Marbles, did you see anything when you're in there? He just looks at me.
He comes out. He pops his head out and holds his hand up. Got a cork.
Is this bag used?
No, honestly, I don't know how that got in there. And he looks over at the 2 teenage boys. I don't know at all how an alcoholic cook would be in there. And they both just leave the room.
Due to that,
he actually goes over. Marble pops out. He goes over. He dumps the bag, and 2 bottles of wine that are empty come out.
I walk over to the bag and smell it.
It probably smells like berries. We should be going.
Smells delicious.
Smells delicious. This is a tarnished bag. I will take it for 10 gold.
Unfortunately, I cannot go that low. But you work for the Cobalt Silk, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, I make it a business to know as much as I can about people. Tell you what, you go ahead and take it, and you all will owe me a favor.
Just one or one apiece?
She doesn't speak for me!
One
I
apiece it is.
hired you.
One apiece it is.
One apiece. In that case, I think, do you have a second bag for one of us to carry?
Unfortunately, this is all I have in stock today.
I believe if you give my other two compatriots an item of their choice, then we might have a deal.
Mr. DM, I'd like an insight check to try and determine how trustworthy this person is.
Go for it.
That'd be a 9.
He is so trusting. Like, this guy, you know, you just feel comfortable around this guy for some reason. Actually, I'll be happy to.
Yeah? All right, you two, go ahead and find something of your choosing.
He pulls out a few things. He pulls out an interesting looking rope. He pulls out a small pearl. He pulls out a set of stones that look like twin stones and have little faces on them, like half a face on each one. And then he also pulled out a small horn. And the last thing he pulls out is a jar of little beads. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
I have a pile of dirt. Well, it's probably mud by now. I have a pile of dirt in my driveway right now.
My driveway is dirt.
Whenever Marvel's lands somewhere, he just looks like a pile of dirt. Like he doesn't look like anything. He just when he plops, he just becomes a pile of dirt. So
This is what I have to offer you. What would you like?
What's that pearl?
The pearl is a pearl of power. It'll fit up to a first level spell, and you can cast it into it and have it with you for future use.
I'll take that.
Of course. And you?
I'd say this whole time I'm just sitting there kind of eyeing the bag because they're shiny and they look like they could be made into jewelry. Kind of inquisitively pick it up and peek in.
These are beads of nourishment. One bead of these will fill you up for an entire day. And he looks over at Abukir. Maybe 2 for him.
I just kind of glance over my shoulder. Yeah.
What are you saying?
Alright. So you have
Absolutely nothing.
you have 100 beads of nourishment. It's a good sized jar.
All right. Got a jar of beads.
I don't know. So remind me your name really quick. What was his name?
Oh, no.
No. So
No.
just so we're in agreement here. It seems that the 3 of us owe you a favor due to the fact that my larger compatriot did not get to pick an item for free.
That is true. Unless he wishes to pick one.
Would you like to owe a favor?
Be careful with wishes.
What's left? The faces on stone.
The
Special
stones
rope.
with little faces on them, a special looking rope, and a horn.
Don't really need a horn, now, do I reach through the window
What
and I turn the.
what proficiencies do you have?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because if you have
Uh,
Arcana or something like that, you might be able to look at them and determine what they can do without him telling you.
You don't.
But
Yeah.
I do. I do.
You can certainly ask him.
Because that horn might be something like does or increases your natural attack or off the top of my head stuff like that. Those things do exist.
Okay. Well, I reach through the window with my trunk again, and I turn each stone over.
They are smooth on one side, and they aren't twins of each other. However, they're like one's a left side of the face, one's a right side of the face. Those would come together, of course.
Or I'm an Earth Genasi. Can I figure out what those are? Do I know what that is? Can I like roll for?
Roll a history check.
Yeah.
They're technically rocks. You're good at these.
Well, plus what would I add to that? Wisdom, intelligence,
Arcana. So
Arcana.
for you,
6. So 12 plus 6. That puts me at 18.
18. You have heard of these. These are sending stones.
Sending stone.
Specifically, it kind of like walkie-talkies. Let me actually look up exactly how often they can be used. The sending stones come in pairs, with each smooth stone carved to match the other, so the pair is easily recognized. While you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no other creature bears the stone, you know that fact as soon as you use it, and don't cast the spell. Once the sending is cast through the stones, it can't be used again until the next dawn. So it's one use per day.
Okay. And what of this horn?
The horn is a horn of warning. He picks it up and he points at Bannon and he blows the horn.
Insight check.
No one hears a thing except for Bannon.
I still trust him.
Who you wish will be able to hear this. Yeah, you can.
I look over at Abukir and say, I know you have 2 trunks and you can make quite a bit of noise, but sometimes we may need warning from you. That's not quite so subtle.
I caught that.
With a flick of an ear, I wrap my trunk around the horn and wordlessly pull it through the window.
I believe we're in agreement, Mal.
I'm happy. Well, good luck on your journeys, and I'll reach out.
All right. Let it be known we all owe one favor.
No.
No.
And that's totally fine. Don't worry.
If anyone sees me clicking around on the stream, I've got my character sheet opened up, so but it's hidden.
Yep. All right, so you guys head to the gate, where waiting for you is a small gnome sitting on a good-sized wagon. The gnome,
Good-sized according to who?
normal-sized.
It's a size joke.
Both Bannon and Andy, you guys recognize him. He's also part of the Cobalt Soul. His name is Varys. He actually went out and bought the cart and horse to haul back anything you guys need to haul back. He's the usual driver guy.
We have our own chauffeur.
Barris.
I'm no chauffeur, honey. No chauffeur at all. You're walking.
Oh, I was talking to the horse.
Bessie's a good girl.
Wonderful.
Yes, her name's Betsy because that's the name that came to my head.
Names
Are
are
you
the
all
bane
ready to go?
of the DM.
And you do see there is a couple of things in the cart, a couple barrels, food items for the journey because it is a 260-mile journey. It'll take a few days to get there.
Well, I say that we should get on the way. What about you guys?
Sounds good to me. He looks over at Sin. You're the guide? Or at least when we get near? Well then, and he pats the seat next to him. You get to ride.
Excuse me, I'm the senior member of the Cobalt Soul.
At that sound, Mason or my Marbles jumps out of my pocket again and goes and sits on the horse. Just because he wants to ride too.
For the first bit of this journey, Morgan, we're gonna have you roll a d8. So on the left side where that ruler was and all that, see the dice. If you mouse over the dice and just click d8.
D8. 2.
So the weather's quite nice on this first leg of the journey. You don't have any harmful things happen to you because of that lucky roll.
Depends what you mean by harmful. There is road dirt.
The first day goes by uneventful and comfortable. You feel a sense of excitement and wonder. You don't know what's going to be waiting out there for you. The day comes to a close. You set up camp at a well-used campsite that many travelers have used on this road. Josh, go ahead and roll a d8 for me. Doing it. The night as well passes nice and calmly. As the next day sets out, you pack up the camp. The clouds darken just a little bit. They're not stormy, but it's not as bright and sunny as it was the day before.
I put
You're getting
Bane
towards
in the Pearl of Power.
Bane? Okay. The day before. Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Sin, you do know that you are coming up on the bridge to the Amber Crossroads.
Okay.
Nat, go ahead and roll a d8.
I have a 6.
All right.
I don't like that smile either.
DM smiles.
You
We all
guys
die.
come
Roll
up.
new characters.
You guys come up to the bridge. And standing, I'll actually put you on this map here that is nice and ready. You're on there. The other three of you can place yourselves wherever you would be around the cart there.
Great. Move the map up. Oh, there it goes.
But across the bridge, you see a large man with a interesting smile on his face.
Do any of us recognize?
You do not. He. Why don't you all go ahead and make a perception check?
What are we rolling for that? That's a D20.
D20 and
16.
Abukir, you've been testing out a little bit of the alcohol. You're not really focused on the road right now.
Where's my perception?
Okay.
I have a 14.
14. And what'd you get, Kate?
I got a 2.
You're looking out in the beautiful forest. It's been a while since you've seen this part of the forest, and you're just looking at the trees and very oblivious to everything. Bannon, this man has a scimitar and a dagger at his belt. The wry smile, and he also seems to have off on the side a couple of bags. A lot of them mismatched.
Are the bags moving?
No.
That's good.
This ruffian's probably going to try and toll us.
I don't remember there being a toll on this bridge ever before.
No, you do not.
Holler out.
Are there rolls involved?
Rolls is rolls and tolls is tolls. If we don't get no tolls, we don't eat no rolls. Made that up myself.
That's the guy.
Fine, go.
I holler out.
Go ahead.
Never mind. I'm not going to holler that.
No?
If you answer these questions 3, then maybe you will stay free.
He actually takes a few steps forward. Well now, looks like you have a bit of a burden on you with that wagon. If you wish...
No, he's walking beside us. He's not riding the wagon.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
I just got what you meant, you butthead. Why don't you go ahead and dismount that wagon and you can be on your way.
So he has a scimitar and a what?
A dagger.
Okay.
Rough, bushy beard.
Is he human? Is he, what is
Yeah.
he?
Human.
Human?
Dark skin, couple
Three of
cuts.
the 4 of us are larger than him. So.
Has lots of tattoos. He doesn't seem very concerned with how many you are.
Who's in the bushes?
If you're kind of go ahead and make another perception check, Morgan, if you're specifically looking for that. What bushes?
What bushes exactly?
You rolled 2 natural ones. Holy shit.
See?
They're just bushes.
God, that ale is fucking great.
It is.
It's delicious.
So, what if I share the ale with this guy? Will he just walk by?
You offer that?
Will it kill him? Is the question.
What's his constitution?
Yeah. You're not sure. This guy looks like he could probably handle his alcohol. He's got a lot of tattoos and shit.
So do I, and it's making me fuzzy.
I move
Definitely
forward.
put hair on your chest.
How far can I move?
He's covered in hair.
Well, we're not
There you
in
go.
combat right now, so if you wanted to move right there, you can.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to move right there.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
And I want to get a good look at him. Is there any sigils on him? Is there any sort of
18.
Like is tribal markings? Any sort of gang-related sign?
Go ahead, make an insight check. 18.
18.
Uh,
This
Josh?
is the third one in a row.
Josh, you see a rustle in the bushes here,
Okay.
and a rustle in the bushes here. With that roll,
You said there was no bushes.
you recognize a few of these tattoos. You've read about these guys.
Okay.
They are a well-ish known group of bandits that tend to travel along these roads.
How
They
far
never
am I
travel
from
alone.
How far am I from this bush in the south here?
45 feet.
Can I throw my
40 feet.
hammer?
Um,
It comes back to me no matter what, so.
that is a wonderful question.
I'd like to move forward in the cart and warn the other two people about the other two people.
So for just regularly throwing it, you can throw it 20 feet, but you can throw it to a maximum of 60 feet. But anything but beyond 20 feet, you roll a disadvantage to hit.
And it comes
you
back
actually,
to me, though. Whatever throws, it comes back.
Yeah.
So. Okay,
you
cool.
don't know there's anything in there. Only Josh does right now.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Well. Obviously,
There's two other ruffians in the bushes. He's not alone.
But I'm not near you guys. I'm like 20 feet ahead of you. So,
Yep. You guys can walk up to her if you want to.
You want to catch up to me? I'm using my phone screen, so I might need to drive.
I got you.
Where do you want to go? Oh, next to me? Okay.
I'm going to stand in the river. Use my trunk as a snorkel.
It's not exactly the Mississippi here.
All right. Oh, it makes me feel good that Abukir is right behind me. That makes me feel a little.
What you hired him for.
Yeah. I hired everyone to protect me, and I'm going to warn you guys. I walk right into trouble. That is absolutely one of my character flaws. Is that I don't read the situations very well.
The man pulls out his weapons. Now, we're not going to have a problem here today, are we?
Oh.
And at that point, I just kind of look up at Abukir and then look back at him and say, I don't know, are we?
Good stuff, Tweemon.
I put my hand up and just.
Why must I be surrounded by bloodthirsty fools?
Hold on. This man hasn't threatened us outright. Sorry, I need to get my voice.
She's
This
quite
man hasn't
right.
threatened us outright. He might
Quite
just
right,
want
I have not. Why would I threaten such a group of wonderful people?
So what retail are you interested in, good sir?
Oh, whatever you have.
Ah, so you have a limitless imagination.
Of course.
Wonderful.
Comes handy in my line of work.
I'm going to use this one. I have a candid. I have to find it really quick. The little cantrip is message. So that's the one where I can like send messages to someone quietly without.
Yeah, you kind of just whisper a little bit.
Okay.
You pull out for that you smell out. You smell out. You pull out a little copper wire and kind of just put it up to your mouth a little bit.
So I'm passing it. If you'd like, you could go and grab a tree over there.
There is a pretty okay sized tree right here.
There is a tree.
And right here.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Like again, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it really obvious that you're grabbing this tree.
You can hear this in your mind, and you can actually reply to her as well.
Okay. I just nod slowly, my eyes not leaving our boy here with his scimitar as I walk back over to the tree. What size tree are we talking here?
I was thinking of really
It's
large.
not super big, but it's a good sized tree.
So a DBH of 2 feet, 3 feet? Are we talking telephone pole?
I can.
A little bigger than telephone pole.
Okay.
I holler back to the gentleman with the bandit. I see that you are already well stocked with supplies, sir. Might I suggest not threatening my crew? Because I don't have full control over what that one will do. And Abu, rip out that tree.
Go ahead and make a strength check, and I'm going to give you advantage on this. So we're going to take the
Please
higher
don't.
number that you roll.
I don't know if I want to roll a 1 or not. I don't know what. Wow.
So I wrap one arm around the tree, kind of casually, like it's my best girl, and I rip it out of the ground with no effort whatsoever over my shoulder, like I'm carrying, well, a tree. And I walk back up to
Andy.
Up there.
behind Andy here.
Yeah.
I look at this guy and I proceed to smirk and say, "Looks like he needs a salad. You ate your grains lately."
He takes his blades and tinks his dagger to the scimitar, and it makes a ringing sound.
He's indicating for the others to come out. I'm going to move forward even farther so that Abukir has charging strength where he can just straight at these guys.
Oh!
4 men step from out of the bushes.
That's not bad.
Can you move me up to right behind Andy so I kind of move up a little bit protectively?
And I'm sure Abokir would be. You wanna? I see what you wanna do. All right.
He's gonna stop me.
He looks out, and he kind of does like a little bow, and his weapons out. Well then, I guess we do it the fun way. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, damn it. I'm gonna say I immediately. Oh,
I got an 18.
10.
All right.
7.
13.
That's the same one.
Jen, what'd you get again? Sorry. You blanked out again. Sorry.
18.
18. I kept hearing the teen.
I know what's teen. Not a big
Andy,
deal.
what'd you get?
I got a 10.
And Justin. 7. And let's see what day. Oh, and I suppose we ought to get some good battle music going, shouldn't we?
Battle music.
Can I roll an insight quick?
For
I'm observing the way these guys are moving,
Oh, and he's on battle. He understands.
Yeah.
and I want to see if I can't sort out exactly how they're gonna move. So when I huck this small oak, I take out more than one.
you know what? Go ahead and roll that insight check.
I like it. I like it.
That's a good. 1 sec here. Take a look
15
at-
or 20?
It would be the first number.
15.
So 15. They look like they're kind of taking a defensive stance. They're standing where they're standing there.
So this is exactly how they're standing. We've got the leader. He's backed up by 2, and then there's 2 in reserve, like a finger 4 formation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me.
How far can I throw a thing?
Depends on your strength check. I am loving the way this is going so far.
Ooh, oh my god. 17, 17. Oh my god.
So, all right.
They're gonna attack first.
Yes, they are.
Let me get my defensive shit up.
All right. So, first up, gonna this here. You guys hear a
Shouldn't I hear that before anybody else?
you do.
Yeah.
You hear the set. Actually, with your really good hearing, you hear something like, but none of them are moving.
So there's somebody else in the bushes.
Actually, you. What is your
Somebody in the shrubbery with ranged weaponry.
Your AC is 18. So you hear a clink as an arrow actually shoots into your armor and bounces off. Came from this direction, this direction.
Okay.
Which direction?
Southwest.
Right here.
Oh, we got
Okay.
more guys.
West by southwest.
All right, and Sin, you are up.
So I didn't. So he's the only one who noticed the arrow, right?
You kind of heard an arrow clink behind you. Go ahead, make a quick perception check. We'll see if you saw where it came from.
15.
Huh?
15.
15? Yeah, from that direction there. You're not entirely sure. You can't see anybody, but you know where it came from.
Okay. I have my spear. That's my primary weapon. Can I throw it in that direction to see if I can hit whoever just like that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll at disadvantage. So roll twice. Take the lower number.
8.
The spear thumps hard into the tree.
Okay.
So that's your action. Still got your bonus action and your movement.
But it's not that. As I do that, I kind of pull Andy back a little bit, where she's not so much in the range of in that front row.
She specifically moved out of the way for Avocare to have.
Yeah. I was just like,
so I mean, like move
so-
us back a little bit. Like,
we both can back up like one step if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Why not?
Yeah, we're cool.
More of like a
All
defensive,
right.
like, hey.
I'm a skinny twig. I can deal with this. I'm tall, but I'm skinny. Crap. So you pulled me back.
30 feet is. What's my throw range?
That would be a breeze.
For that tree,
He can move forward too, can he? Before
okay,
he.
move forward. 20 feet, I'll give it. This bandit here, he's gonna go ahead and move up. 5, 10, 15. Oh, you can move through friendly tokens, but if you try to move through an enemy token, it costs double movement, so 10 feet.
Okay.
You can get attacked.
So
That's what you can move
I'm measuring here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't know. He'll stay right there. And he is going to take out a dagger of himself and chuck it at Andy. So let's
I catch it.
certainly
I'm really
try.
agile. See if I can catch it.
Does a 13 hit you? Roll kind of low. No, it does
13
not.
hit me? Oh, no, it doesn't.
Not.
Armor class.
So
I
you know
catch
what?
it.
Make a dexterity check. Why not? We'll see how cool it is.
15. Oh, wait.
15.
Plus, wait. Dexterity. Plus 3. 18.
So you're not really like expecting it. It just kind of happens, and your hand is already there, and then you kind of look, and you're holding it. And you're like, "What the fuck?"
Huh.
All right.
It surprised you that you did that.
I'm
Next
inspecting the metal now. Like, I'm totally distracted. I'm just looking at the neck.
Okay.
I'm behind you looking
25, 30. This one other bandit's gonna run up, take a couple swings at the big danger here.
That's the big danger.
Oh, see, that ruined what I was gonna do.
Not quite, it didn't. If you can get rid of him, you can still.
You could probably
Could you take the tree and, like, just sweep him and see if he falls into the water?
certainly try.
All right.
Three,
Sorry,
low roll. That's only a 12 to hit. Fuck. So he runs up, pulls his scimitar out, takes a swing. You've got your armor on your trunk. You kind of just block it with that. And he looks up at you and realizes just how big you are now that he's standing next to it.
Both trunks are taller than me.
So being that he's right in front of me, I'm gonna dismiss using the tree, but I will pull the maul off of the scabbard on the back and just bring it straight down in front of me.
On your turn, you can do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do go before us, but they go before you.
Another
Right.
arrow.
Right.
Another arrow comes by from right here. You all notice it now. You're all kind of in battle mode. This arrow shoots way over your head, Abukir, and actually sticks into the wagon.
Okay. Oh, I know what we're doing here.
This bend. He's gonna run up. Let's see, is he gonna attack Andy or Abukir?
Completely natural.
Andy.
Didn't look fake at all.
Okay, so he's gonna attack Abukir as well. Fuck! Goddamn, these guys aren't rolling worth shit. Changing dice. Another runs up to you. You bring your trunk over to him and kind of just smack the blade away. It is the captain here. He's actually going to take a few steps this way.
Just run it for me, man.
Oh, he's just stepping backwards a little bit.
Oh,
Nowhere. It is now your turn, Abukir.
Okay. Well,
Abu-boo.
I will draw
Abu-boo. I am going to
My-
call him Abu-boo.
my maul, which is
Prince Abu.
on my back, and I'm going to come down right on the guy in front of me,
All right.
about as subtle as an avalanche.
Roll your attack. So
Please roll
10
well.
hit. That misses. It comes down, crashes onto the bridge right in front of the guy. He steps back just in time, crashes onto the bridge. The bridge cracks a little bit.
What a dick.
He's looking like he's thinking about like
Gonna change his armor later.
Bring me my brown
I am so glad I wore the brown pants today.
Right.
So your bonus action.
Yeah,
Okay.
grab him by your trunk and throw him.
I can't do
No, that would be
that.
nice. But you can't punch him with your trunk.
Okay, I do exactly that. While he's looking at the crater where he was standing, and the fact that rocks are falling through the bridge into the water. That's when
And water's falling through the bridge into the water.
that's when my trunk flies forward, and I'm gonna see if I can't knock him right square. But I'm gonna throw a punch this son of a bitch.
15
All right.
So go ahead and click tongue punch in the. God, I still love that we named it that. So 7 damage. He looks at that, looks up just in time for your trunk to just
Crunch. Does it make a sound?
No sound comes from him. The only thing you hear is a solid tunk.
Is he dead? Did he kill him? That was fast.
He's still standing. Kind of. He's not okay.
I know.
He's not okay.
Okay. All right.
So that's your
In
turn.
which the tongue punches happen. Okay.
Turn unless you want to move anywhere.
I think I'm good where I'm at.
Alrighty. This bandit's turn. He's gonna just step forward, chuck a dagger at you because you're the biggest target and about the only thing he can aim for right now. Good natural 20. I finally hit
That's
with a
that Andy
fucking
or
dagger.
Abu?
No, big scary elephant.
Is there any way I can try? Can I move to catch it?
You're the boss. You're the boss. You're the big scary boss.
Backbite. That's a monk ability.
That's amazing. That means
UK
he has that. He can do that, can't he?
No. I have acrobatics.
Actual monk. So you take that is 8 points of damage. As just as you're pulling back from that punch, a dagger sinks in to your chest, and it gets you good. That one hurt. Andy, you're up.
Okay. I have two ideas. I don't know how it's gonna go though. I want to get rid of this guy that's in front of Abu, so that he has more access to the other guys. But there is a guy that's fully functional directly in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have a dagger in my hand.
Yes, you do.
Abu has a dagger in him.
Yeah, he does.
Can I reach over, grab the dagger from Abu, rip it out, and twice slash the throats of the two guys that are in front of me?
Abu, that kind of hurt, but you've been in war. You've been stabbed before, but you also know, okay, you're just thinking to yourself, let's just leave it in.
Ladies, ladies, and everybody else, this is why you don't fuck with a
And
redhead.
then all of a sudden, the fucking dagger gets ripped out of your chest. Oh, what the fuck?
That's right.
Step forward. Go ahead. Roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
I got a 19.
Definitely
What's my
hit. Go ahead.
dexterity? 3, so 21.
Yeah, 21 definitely hit. Which one are you hitting again? The one that's really fucked up, or the one
I
that's...
want to hit both of them. I want to because I'm fairly tall. I'm a lanky person.
To hit 2, you'd have to have a multi-attack. You don't get.
Okay, well, since I grabbed the one out of Abu, I'm just gonna swing it outward and hit the guy that's definitely
Already
a
fucked
little
up.
traumatized at the moment. We're gonna get rid of him.
Because of the interesting move of this, and that was a good roll. I'll let you roll 2d4 rather than 1. So 2d4, and then add your death.
3 and 4. And then add my
So
dex
you
again.
yank. Don't worry about it because you have 4 hit points left. You yank the dagger out, and you dig both of them into the clavicles of this guy, and kind of just give him a good shove.
I'm just I'm using all my weight, he's falling, and I'm falling with him.
Finish him.
Yeah, actually.
So.
Oh,
Just so I don't forget.
What movie did that happen in?
What? I don't know.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
Sons of Anarchy.
I haven't seen it. That's the wife. I've not seen any Sons of Anarchy.
What?
The twist.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
So
all the exact real moves that ever.
you want to move anywhere, Andy?
Yeah, I want to flank the guy that was in front of me. I want to move right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got it. because I want
All right.
her to have full access to him.
Oh yeah.
And I want to be behind him just in case.
Bannon, you are up.
And I still have a dagger. No, I have 2 daggers. This is exciting.
1, 2,
I have 2
3.
extra
Okay,
daggers.
yeah.
What do you
They
want?
didn't teach this in school.
They didn't teach me this.
I'm trying to freaking draw on the wrong
You
thing.
feel it.
Yeah.
Eyes.
I'm very proud right now.
Sorry.
Bannon, what you got, buddy?
How do I measure? I need to be within 30 feet.
I'm gonna use this.
As I click on everything wrong,
Can't hear you, Josh.
okay, I want to cast Bane
Bane?
Bane?
All right.
Bane.
On which 3?
on these 3 right here. It's got a range of 30 feet,
So you get all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
but I'm trying.
That's a
To be
wisdom
fair, I want to
save,
make sure that I'm. It's charisma,
Charisma. Alright.
and I'm casting it from my pearl.
The captain gets a natural 20.
Damn it, he's the one I wanted to fail the most.
I know, right?
This is why he's the captain.
Natural 2 and a natural 4
Right now, my
for
character
the other
wants to
2.
go
So
after
the other 2 are Bane.
Okay.
They got a -4 to their shit. Alright.
It's a roll a d4, not a -4.
Yeah, minus D4 to their stuff. I love Bane and Bless. They're my favorite.
I've been watching a lot of Critical Role, and I've never really used them, but Caduceus uses it a lot, and I love it.
It is life-saving in multiple situations. Is that your turn? Or are you...
So when they're on
Okay.
pain, does that mean that they're like writhing in pain? They
No,
can't do
it's
anything?
Bane.
Bane.
So
Oh, Bane.
basically,
Yeah,
sister,
so I have...
two sides of a coin. You can either bless, where whoever I bless gets a d4 to certain things, or I bane, so it's a minor curse, so they take a -d4 and a handful of other things.
So basically, when I'm rolling to attack, I roll, and then I roll a d4 and minus whatever I roll on the d4. So,
So these 2 guys already have some-
you doing anything else, Bannon?
This is where
You
the
should probably
inexperience.
heal a boo. If you can heal a boo, you should. That stab wound probably isn't doing so hot for him right now.
I'm displeased.
Yeah, okay. Although I don't know about hit points, he got what? Was it 5 hit points taken off of you?
8.
8, yeah.
I think he's good because I don't think I can cast a healing. Can I?
Right now.
If you have healing word, that's a bonus action.
This, yeah.
But while you're thinking here, just to kind of hurry along, Andy, you take 6 points of damage
What did
as
I
an
do?
arrow comes in and hits you in the back of the shoulder.
Ow.
Hmm.
I'm in pain. And now I'm not happy. I was enjoying myself until just now.
I'm going to hold
Now
off
it's serious.
on anything else and just kind of observe.
Alrighty. Sin is now your turn. If you went here, you would have advantage to hit this guy because you guys are flanking. You are on opposite sides of him, so you have advantage.
Okay,
Yeah. So I want to go after him and take a swipe at him. Sorry, it's my brother.
Alright.
Is there any way I can brace him so he doesn't go anywhere? Like I can, like if he tries to flash up,
Twitch chat, the dwarf is a healer. Do not throw the dwarf.
Toss me. She had to go deal with the dog so quick.
My dog wants me to deal with her, but he wants to. Is there any way I can do that though?
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Is
I'm holding it
and
back.
how flanking works.
Alright, so I want to take a swipe, particularly like up his body towards his shoulder. Try to catch
Uppercut,
my body.
got it.
You want bits to spill onto the ground.
I do, and I got a 15.
Bloody noodle.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And that's on
What are you using? What weapon?
Scimitar.
Scimitar, I believe is a D6.
That sounds right. It's not big enough for an 8.
Huh?
Don't worry, I have this.
He's got the Dustin Master Guide.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the Dustin Master.
This is where I got all my
I'm just gonna
stuff.
use the thing because
Shop with. All of this is stuff that you guys can buy.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so
I got 5. I don't feel like shoving
5, and then plus your dex.
Andy, I swear to God, I'm about to kick your ass.
Let's see your plus this here.
Okay, she's not that loud.
Um,
Sorry, I'm just
plus
Yeah, I
2.
yeah.
Alrighty. So, 8 points of damage to him. He is buckered up heavily.
All right.
Heavily. He's not an okay dude.
Oh, damn it.
That's Josh.
Alright. Did you want to do anything else?
So it's safe to say he's staggered.
He's fuckered up.
Can I try to like shove him towards the water and see if he loses balance?
Usually that would be an
Can I help?
action, but I'm
Can I
gonna
help?
let you do this. And yes, you have advantage. Go ahead, make either an make an athletics check. So roll a d20 twice.
Right?
And
10 and a 4.
the 10 plus your athletics.
Sorry, I'm using my phone. It's a very small screen.
You're fine. Here, I can have you up here as well to kind of help you out with that.
My phone
Athletics
kept disconnecting.
plus 4, so 14. He got.
Oh, he did not have it.
Huh?
We got
got a
13, so we're good.
So he goes tumbling off the edge
Yay!
into
Out of my
the
way.
water. That sucked.
Does he do the Wilhelm scream?
He does.
He does.
This bandit, he's gonna step forward. He didn't like what you've been doing to his friends, so he's gonna try and slash you across the back.
Can I roll a saving throw?
So 19 minus the D4 here. Minus 2, so it's a 17 to hit, which your AC is
That's good enough. Oh, crap. Lazy.
Fuck. Roll a 1 on the damage, so plus.
So he just like nicks me, but not really.
That's fine. So you get 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. I accept, but I'm glaring at him.
You turn around. You've already got an arrow in your back.
Doesn't
You
matter.
turn around,
Still
now
pissed.
there's a cut on your back. Jesus fuck this guy.
He's just irritated.
Fuck
I'm
this
just getting
situation.
pissed. I'm normally a friendly person, okay? I just feel like getting a little bloody right now. I don't
Another arrow.
appreciate your move, sir.
Another
Haven't you
arrow.
ever known not to hit a lady?
This one's actually going to head towards Sin. It's a 15 to hit. Definitely hits you. You're easy to hit. Mwahaha. Fuck! Rolled a 1 on the damage again.
Yeah.
Plus, so 5 points damage to you. Wait.
Marbles is trying to get the arrow out of my back while all this is happening.
Yep. He flutters over.
He's just like,
Just gonna leave him there just for ease, but he flutters over your back.
yeah.
Pats your shoulder.
But no, now he has an arrow.
I just want to throw that out there.
All right.
Make
It would be.
Marbles has an arrow.
It is now the guy in the river's turn. He's going to slow down the river. And then the bandit captain's going to come.
Water turning into an interesting shade of orange.
Yeah. The bandit captain, stay still. Abukir, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm displeased at this guy who cut my balls. So what I'm gonna do, if I can do it, is I'm gonna pick up this dead guy.
Yes, please.
And I'm going to huck him 10 feet.
I'm going to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Roll an athletics check. Because I'm still having fun, you have advantage. 18. Okay, so he's gonna see if he can save against falling over. That was a 10. Minus a d4, so minus 1, so 9 plus whatever. It's not gonna be 18. The body smashes into him. He falls over. Yeah, he's on the bank. So he's not in the water, but he is prone on the bank. And it's not really a big enough fall to hurt him. Actually, you know what? We're going to give him a d6 of body smash damage.
Body smash. I like it.
3. So he does take 3 points of damage from the body smashing into him. I love this game. You still have your movement and your bonus action.
Can I whisper? Can I throw something? So I have my little copper wire again, little candid. I'm gonna ask Abu to go after the guy directly in front of him because I'm gonna go after the captain.
You can just yell it.
Okay.
It would
Hit
be
the
an
guy
action
in
to cast
front.
it, so.
Okay.
And as you say that, the guy here just looks at you, looks at Abu.
Intimidation roll. Intimidation roll.
No need. He's intimidated.
So how many blocks can I move in one go?
30 feet, so 5, 10. Each block is 5 feet. So you can go right up to him.
I'm going to go right to here.
No.
And I'm going to try again with the maul.
Well, that was your action to throw the body.
Oh.
But you do have your bonus action.
Bonus action. Tongue punch.
Tongue punch. Tongue punch. 21.
21. After you did it, go ahead and roll it. 7 again.
Fucking people up with a trunk. I love it.
Wait till he starts using the other one.
So, on the walk, you just walk over to him, raising your trunk.
Come to the right.
I think I lost.
He's dizzy as fuck. Dizzy as fuck.
I want it to sound like the bell next to the ring.
That's exactly
Does he have a helmet on?
He does not. If he was, maybe there wouldn't be so much blood right now.
I yell over to Abu in an encouraging manner. Remind me to buy you another cask.
He's actually gonna go ahead and run. As he leaves your melee range, you get what's called an attack of opportunity. So you get a free attack on it. So roll with your maul.
All right.
Does it have to be maul, or could he have chosen tongue?
Does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8.
That's double his remaining hit points. So as he turns to run, you just bring the maul and engulf this guy.
4!
Like a tomato.
Andy, you're up.
Okay.
Yeah, one guy.
Getting my hammer out.
Captain. All right.
I'm chucking my hammer directly at the captain as hard as I freaking can, and I wanted to hit him twice. I wanted to go hit him and hit him on the way back, like Thor.
Certain. We'll see if it works.
Oh, right, after roll. Fuck yeah! 19!
All right, definitely gonna hit.
Oh, wait. Plus,
go ahead.
plus what?
Don't worry, it's definitely gonna hit. So, it's going to be a D6 of damage. Or wait, is it a D8?
I thought it was a D8. Hold on. Hammer is 1d4 plus 2 bludgeoning.
Oh, that's right, it was a smaller one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, but it was supposed to be a warning. Oh, anyway. 1d, so d4 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Yay! So it goes.
And it hits him twice.
It whacks him in the face for 3 points of damage, and comes back and hits another 3 points of damage.
And I catch it.
And
Like
he
a
kind of. All right then.
Like, I'm going after the big guy.
So, are you moving anywhere?
No, but I am going to taunt maliciously at the guy that is down. Actually, yeah, I will move to like 10 feet forward.
Okay.
And while I do, I'm just going to like taunt the guy that fell over the bar. It's like, your mother never loved you. Otherwise, you'd be better at this.
Your mother was a husband.
And your mother smelled of elderberries.
You need to take a level of bard just so you can take vicious mockery.
I need to get vicious mockery. That's going to be one of the spells or one of the things I go for. I will
Ben,
definitely
you're
make
up,
that.
buddy. What do you got? Sin's looking a little rough. Applecure's okay.
What am I
Andy's okay. 10.
Okay. I would like to cast.
More hit points than you do.
Don't
What, marbles does?
Yeah.
Oh! Can marbles do an attack?
You haven't been telling him to.
Can I, because I was viciously mocking that one guy, can he go attack him?
Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah! Fuck it. What is it that he can do? He does.
I got it.
You got him?
What are you doing, Bannon, while I'm doing this?
Okay. I'm going to use Spiritual Weapon as my bonus action. It's going to take the form of a giant book. Because I'm a goddamn librarian. Can I do that
By the way.
and cure wounds?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon targeting this fucker. So put it right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Yes. Where do you want your spiritual weapon?
Let's put it. Will it impact their movement if I put it right here between them? No? Okay. So.
Right here. You have control over it. You can move it wherever you want.
We'll put it right there.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Enter the arrows.
No. It's kind of like an incorporeal spiritual thing.
I made a giant floating book as a weapon because I'm going to hurt him with my knowledge.
I'm going to drop some knowledge on this fool.
Go ahead and roll for attack.
Oh, makes me happy.
Okay, that's a 7 on the dice, so I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
What's your attack bonus for your spell? 2, 1 sec. Spells plus 5. 7 plus 5.
It's 12. Nope. Didn't think so.
Oh. It whacks. He doesn't seem to react very much. And then you wanted to use your action for cure wounds.
Yes. I have to move up to touch her,
Then-
so...
Yep. You feel a slight caress on your back.
More like a shove. Protect me! Protect me!
Get over there! Fuck him up!
6 plus spell modifier, which I think is a 3, so it should be 9.
Alright. So she only needed 5, so she's back up to full.
15.
I have twice as many hit points as you.
Yes.
I don't know how I ended up with so low hit points, but that's neither here nor there. I'll make it
Well, I am a dwarf, I am a cleric, but my job is to not get hit. Your job is to transform into things and hit and bite.
Oh, I know why it's so low. You're only level 2. You should be level 3.
Oh.
We'll fix that after this. It's fine.
I was like,
It's fine. It's fine.
meanwhile, Marbles goes down and tries to stab
That means we get more XP because our collective...
the arrow and stabbing the Achilles heels of the guy that's down below so he can't climb back up the hill. Just
The dude's really fucked up right now.
I love it. And of course he's like quick, and every time he goes to lift him, it's like
He's wearing his dead buddy's teeth in his face, so.
Another arrow comes in and lodges into the handle of your maul.
that's rude. Invasive.
Sin.
Sorry, my brother's asking me questions on how D&D works.
We all make it up as we go. That's what happens.
Yep.
Sin, you're up. Sorry, yeah. Sin.
Well, she's thinking about what she's going to do. That last arrow, which hide did it come from?
Bottom.
Southwest? All right.
Uh-huh.
So is it possible, since I'm on my phone screen, I can't really do the ting. Is it possible maybe for me to launch myself off that bridge and crash back down the well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it run and leap off the bridge and kind of come down on it.
Kind of land here.
Marbles.
You have advantage to hit him because he is prone, and he's currently getting the shit stabbed out of him.
Marbles sees you coming down. Marbles sees you coming down and flies back up to me because he doesn't want to deal with this. He's like, I've done enough.
Fuck it. I got a, what is that? 6. Yeah. What does it take me to hit?
Plus 4 is 10. You rolled with advantage, right?
Yes.
So you jump down there.
Give my second one. So the higher one is the 6 and a 15.
Oh, then definitely hit. Don't worry about damage because the fucker's got 2 hit points. You kind of hop off, and you're ready to swing. Fucking Marbles, get and finish him
Marbles
off.
gets out of the way. He's coming to me. Like Marbles sees her dive off the bridge, and he's just like, "Oh!"
As soon as he realizes, oh shit.
Yeah, half orc barreling down.
Takes a little arrow and just flaps away.
So balance down. Alrighty then.
Are these arrows bow arrows, archery arrows, or are they like longbow arrows, or are they quiver?
Bow.
They're bow. Okay. Because I was just wondering if they were crossbow or if they were longbow.
Another one comes in. It actually just whiffs over you, Andy, and sticks into Abu, but it doesn't go in far enough
It's
to
just
hurt.
like kind of
It goes in, and And Abukir, you get that little moment of, oh god! Okay, we're good.
Marbles goes and collects that arrow.
Stop pulling them out, you little bastard!
This is not how first aid works.
Well, he's just mimicking what I did the first time. He's just like, oh, so we take the things out. So, like, I didn't tell
The
him.
bandit down here, the bandit in the river is now getting crashed into the rocks.
He's dead, right? Is he down yet?
Because of the damage that he takes from the rocks, he actually does die.
Good.
Proud!
So he's done.
I sent Marbles to go collect anything that might have fallen out of his pocket. While Steve drowned.
Rooting.
Oh, he's floating down the river. So is the other guy. They're just going.
Can Marbles go and collect whatever they might have had? Like, I'm just sending him to go do something. Cause
on your turn, he'll head that way. Yeah.
Cool.
It is now the captain's turn.
Hi, Marbles. Have fun.
Steps forward.
Oh,
Well.
son of a bitch.
Aren't you just the toughest of the lot?
My weapon doesn't get a attack of opportunity, does it?
He takes his scimitar. That is a 22 to hit.
Would you say we're flanking him?
No, you'd have to be right there. But that should be easy to do.
I see this.
And then with the dagger, that is a... That's not gonna hit. But the scimitar does. Oh, shit. D6 flying.
D6 flying damage from above.
You take 8 points of damage as this
What a
little
dick.
fucker cuts into you deep.
I do not appreciate.
It is now your turn, Abu.
Well, the guy with the arrow in the tree was going to get just some attention, but no, I'm still cradling this oak.
Yeah.
Can I move to move behind him at this point just to get out of the way?
You're like against the wall of the bridge, like, oh fuck. You'll be okay.
I just want to throw out. I duck and cover as soon as I see it coming, so I don't get hit.
So I'm going to flip the tree around and come down with the root ball full of rocks.
Actually, even if he tried to
Go ahead.
I could do
What would that be? That would be
so roll a d20,
bludgeoning damage.
and then we're gonna add your strength, which is 4, so 10. So that is gonna miss, but it was impressive. It was impressive.
He doesn't even get hit by the little bits of rocks that come flying out of the root ball.
You know what? I'll give it a d4 of damage for rock damage. Why not? He takes 2 points of damage from rocks. So you come down and smash. He moves just out of the side, kind of even using the strength of his arms and scimitar, just pushing it to the side just enough. Still got that smirk on his face.
That's not cute. Let me wipe the smirk off his face with the tongue punch.
Allow me to
18
punch.
does hit. Roll damage, so 9 damage. It would be plus 6 if that natural 20 was what you rolled, but it's just the 9. Still, 9 points of damage from a fucking trunk.
I love it.
There we go.
So he dodges, looks up with a smirk. Looks over, spits out a tooth. All right, Andy, you are up.
Okay. No,
Marbles
Marbles
is
was down collecting stuff at the dead bodies down the river.
he
I
just-
sent him away because I was afraid he was going to get in the way.
Collecting
I
from
was
these
like,
bodies
go away.
or into the river?
He is kind of above them, seeing what comes off of them as they're getting hit from the, and he's like moving it to the bedside. Like he's above. He's flying. He's fine. He's not in the river. But he's out of danger. He's not a problem.
And what do you want to do?
Okay, so I still have 2 daggers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a stabby, but I want to do a crisscross stabby. I don't know how to explain it except for the fact that I want to hit him on his shoulders and like rip.
If you step behind him, you can
I want
do it with...
to give him a blood eagle.
Yes. So go ahead, roll with advantage.
A fast blood eagle.
Go ahead, roll with advantage.
Does that mean I get to pick the better of 2 rolls?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Good. So that first one sucked. It was a 7. And the second one was a 15, and
15
plus what are we adding? Dexterity or strength? Let's use. I mean, if it's dexterity, it's 3.
Just his. So
okay.
Go ahead and roll your 2d4.
2. 2.
Plus your dex.
Oh. So that would be a 7 total.
All right. You do exactly that. As he's dazed a little bit from the tongue punch, you get back there and just rip down, and he lets out a. He's still looking pretty okay.
Away, man.
Bannon.
Smirk and taunt him for getting cut by a girl.
You could taunt him.
Certainly can. Bannon, you're up.
Okay, so for my bonus action, I'm going to move. I gotta remember which. I'm going to move this here, so I can attack.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, actually hit.
All right.
11.
11, miss.
And the other thing is, I'm going to yell at Dickhead McGillicuddy.
Did you roll an 11?
I rolled a 6. Plus 5 is an 11.
So you yell at him.
I yell at him. Let me find my damn page here. There we go. Grovel.
Oh, command. Wisdom save?
Yeah.
Charisma. Oh no, he rolled a 4. Oh no.
My daggers are kind of still in him, aren't they? Right?
Who's he groveling to? Let's see. Abukir. You're the one in front of him.
Yeah, I'm behind him, holding him.
The target falls prone and then ends its turn.
He gets down on the ground and starts like bowing down to Abukir. You're such a wonderful warrior. Your strength is so impressive. I cannot ever hope to match such an amazing warrior such as yourself. Interestingly enough, no arrow flies. Sin, you are up.
Am I within reach of? I don't know where. Am I within?
Oh yeah, you can easily run into like right there.
Reminder to everybody, stay hydrated because I just got a Charlie horse.
All the way down here.
I don't remember where that was.
But you could go up and hit this guy, and you have advantage because he's currently prone. He's busy groveling.
Take a sprint, take a downward swoop, hoping to maybe catch it out of the catapult.
So you got advantage. Yep. Get that natural 20. Come on. Am I the only one that's had a natural 20 tonight? Jesus.
Yeah, so far.
It's alright. 10.
I mean, Nat's been rolling 18s all night and then adding stuff.
Right?
So, sorry, what did you roll?
The orange dice tonight.
A 10 plus 4. So you hit, and you hit his armor. Not good enough. Doesn't bite in. Again, no arrow flies.
It's very strange.
Either they're intimidated or
Or he's controlling, because he didn't attack us the first round. He stepped back, and then the arrows started flying. So
This is true.
he's controlling the arrows.
the captain. Let me actually see. It's still the end of this turn, right?
Mhm.
Let me double check it.
he is literally surrounded, right? 15.
Man.
1 round. So 1 round would be till the beginning of my next turn, correct?
Yep. So
Still groveling.
he continues with the groveling. Avocare,
Have fun,
you're up. You have advantage.
I literally, that's
This
I
guy is
don't care. Have fun, Abu.
this guy is groveling and being kind of pathetic. He's bleeding profusely. I don't know if Andy wants her daggers back, but I'm gonna reach out with my trunk and grab the front of his tunic, lift him up to be eye to eye.
He's gonna let you do it.
You are so wonderful.
I don't care. And I'm gonna chuck him over my shoulder into the water.
You know what? You're not able to roll for it because of the groveling. He's going to let you do it.
Would that be 2 attacks of opportunities by the ladies since they're leaving?
Because it's forced movement, no.
Aw.
But
But
does land in the water.
How far can I get him into the water? Do I have to roll strength there?
Are you kind of just tossing him, or are you chucking it?
Well, it would be a toss to me, but to anybody else, I imagine it would be a decent chuck. So should I roll
Give me a strength.
Try not to go
to your
for
skills there and click strength.
Try not to
I
go for
want to aim
how
for the
far.
rocks, but you know, strength 22.
So he gets about here.
Fantastic.
It's a hella toss.
A yeet.
What's the yeet?
Right to the yeet. I throw my hammer.
All right,
That's the
go
guy
ahead,
that's
throw.
currently kind of drowning.
You do, if you move closer here,
I do. I
Go
move
ahead.
closer so I can throw my hammer at him.
go ahead and roll that damage. Or roll ahead, sorry.
Wait, plus 13 plus something. What do I do? Strength?
It
Dexterity?
would be plus your dice.
It'd be what?
Dexterity.
Oh, so 13 plus
And
3 plus
proficiency.
16. Is 16 a hit?
Yep, definitely hits.
Yay!
So go ahead and roll that damage again.
And this is the D4, right? Wait, is it D4 or D?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's D4. Okay, cool. 4,
Alright, plus your dex on that, which is
3, so 7.
7 more. Alright. Advantage. You gonna do anything, or are you just gonna let him?
Okay, since it is the beginning of my turn, he has stopped groveling, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Bane is gone because the targets are dead.
Uh-huh. Sorry. This body crashes through the rocks here.
Okay, my book is going to attack him.
He comes to, tries to swim to the surface, pops his head out.
That's a 13 on the die.
13 on the dice.
That would be an 18, right? Because my spell attack is... Okay. So that is a D8, because I cast it at normal.
Yep. 8.
D8 plus a spell casting, so D8 plus 3. That's a 5.
So with that damage there, it's actually going to push him back under the water.
Damn!
He's going to get pushed faster underwater. Head that way. Smash into that rock.
Imagining the monster book from Harry Potter.
He takes
Yeah,
six,
just like
Your book has
6 more damage from smashing into the rock.
Yeah.
He's now currently under the water.
and unconscious. Is he unconscious yet? We don't know.
You can't see him.
Can't see.
Go ahead, Sin. Since it's your turn, go ahead and make a perception check.
I wish Diamond had been nicer to me today. Oh, yeah, I didn't notice shit. I got a 2.
Is Marvel still down there? Can he see him?
He's was flying and picking
He's
on
flying.
those bodies there.
I'm going to Cure
he actually starts
Wounds
flying back to you
Abu
at this point.
as my action.
Okay.
After about 20, 25 seconds, you don't see him resurface. You see a couple pools of blood on the rock here, a couple more pools of blood on the rocks here, and here. You feel you may have really fucked him up.
I am more than willing to fight him again at some point if he's still alive. But wait, so are we still in battle? Can we?
We are not.
We're not.
Abu, I just healed you for 9.
Look at the bag. I look at the bags that he had just kind of cluttered about and loot.
So, all together, you get random shit that people were traveling with. You get some clothes, some food, drink, stuff like that. Monetary wise, you get a set of coin pouches, and all together there's 23 gold and 17 silver.
Okay. And what is Marble's drag back?
He comes back with 2 small pouches. And one of the pouches has 6 more gold, and one pouch has 10 more silver.
Okay, so that puts us at what?
I don't remember what I said.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You said 22 and 6, so 28 gold. I didn't hear.
28 gold.
28 gold
And
and
then
17 silver plus 10, 27 silver.
So 27 silver. Okay. We can work about dividing that amongst us whenever we need to buy something later. If that's okay.
After-
Okay.
After a few minutes pass,
Total
um,
17. Yeah.
yeah. So, Varys brings the cart forward. Well, I'm glad I'm traveling with you. You all seem to be able to handle yourself.
No thanks to you! What were you doing this whole time?
The cart's safe, isn't it?
He's got a point.
Marbles goes, screams in space, and then sits on the horse.
He just kind of
sits on the horse.
stares at it. He doesn't really react. He's not a very emotion-filled guy.
Marbles is all rage, like all the time. He's rage and envy. That's all he is. So he has a protective sense about me, but for the most part, he's like, he just like, do I get to hurt something? Yay! All right.
Does somebody want to check the trees to see what was shooting at us?
That's
Well,
what I was just
you,
going to say.
not
I
me.
can check the southwest tree area. Oh, am I able to finish my character?
Can I
Checking
go
there?
over to retrieve my spear?
Yeah, absolutely. You go ahead and grab your spear. It's perfectly fine. You check up in the trees. There's a bow there. And a
I climb
quiver
up
of
and
arrow.
get it.
But nobody's holding me.
I climb
Or
up
is
and
it?
get it.
Is it a pair of pale green pants with nobody inside?
There is no one there that you can see.
Okay, so yeah, I grab the bow and the arrows.
Okay.
And then
there's 12 arrows left.
Can I check around the tree to see if there's any tracks from somebody climbing down the tree, which way they went?
Make either a nature, Jesus fuck,
Nature?
nature or survival. And the other tree, you find nothing.
nothing. I find nothing in the other tree. So maybe there was one person, but there's definitely no.
I rolled an 18.
18?
Yes. And I think I also have.
It's very faint. You do see a set of footprints leaving the trees.
Still a bandit out there. Possibly 2.
Possibly 3. That's okay. Shall we continue onward?
Yeah. Oh, they would have done all this to me and do anything.
Abu, how are you doing? Are you still bleeding?
as he
I'm not gonna say much. What I am gonna do is go to the. What was that?
As you kind of glare with an open wound in your chest about the size of a dagger.
Hey, I healed him for 9.
Jaden, get your ass over to Abu.
I forgot, you did get your cure wound, so you feel quite a bit better, and you're no longer actively bleeding.
But I'm still displeased, so I'm gonna walk to the back of the wagon, and I'm going to take one of the barrels, which contains beer that's supposed to be for everybody, and start drinking it because I deserve it. Damn it! I picked a tree.
I do nothing to stop him, but what I do is glare at Banon for not fixing him right now.
This may not be the only encounter, and I do need to save my spells.
All right.
To which I glare at the dwarf, and I go, "Lucky this is not my only town. I'm not saving beer."
He is right.
And then I'm just gonna start walking north again.
There is one small town. You guys continue on the road. We'll go ahead and kind of call it there tonight because it's almost 10:30. But Sin, real quick, let's level you up to 3 here.
Yeah.
I'll kind of do it, and
I survived my first battle a level under you guys.
yeah.
That means we get more XP because our party level was lower.
Yeah. You did well, especially just for being level 2. So, do you want to take the average hit points, which is 5, or do you want to roll for it?
If I roll for it, is there the possibility of getting less than 5?
If you get a 1, you can re-roll.
Yeah, I'll roll. What am I rolling?
Well, I just click the roll, and it automatically does everything. So let's see what you get. 7. Nice choice.
That was very nice.
So I suggest that we camp here today, because that way we can replenish everything if we're going to end here.
Well,
you finish out the day, find a good spot to camp.
we're gonna camp on the other side of the bridge. We're gonna camp on the other side of the bridge. I'm gonna take each body and chuck it to the other side of the river. Because in my mind, flies don't cross the water.
It makes sense, damn it.
It does make sense.
Oh, but I might add, make it, Marbles is over there, like, eating the flies. Like, he is just eating and being a happy man. Or happy little
Maybe
faces.
the angry elephant just wants to hear the noise of him hitting the ground on the other side of the river.
And maybe the half orc tried it incredibly.
I'm streaming my screen here for you, Kate. So you can see you get to add 4 level 1 spells and a level 2 level 2. Wait, no, sorry. You get to pick one more spell. I'm sorry.
So one more spell.
So you get to pick one more spell. Yeah.
Level 1 or level 2?
Yes.
Wow, what's all those?
It's on the mainstream now.
Yeah.
We are or we're not? We're
No,
still are?
I switched over. Instead of the battlefield map, it's the main thing.
What the hell is a Roggen Wolf?
What?
Call a Roggen Wolf?
It's a big fancy wolf.
Sounds like a thing.
It's a nifty thing. You call a Roggen Wolf within range to your side, so it may take some time to get to you, and can verbally communicate with it for the duration. If you make an offering of meat and add a successful DC 13 charisma check, the Roggen Wolf will give you information about nearby locations and prey, including whatever it has seen within the past day. You might be able to persuade the Roggen Wolf to attack a particular creature or howl at a particular location at GM's discretion. A Roggen Wolf is a nasty looking wolf. Lasts an hour. It is a ritual spell, so if you take an extra 10 minutes to cast it, then it doesn't cost you a spell slot.
Actually, I'll go for Find Traps. That might.
Find Trap?
That's a good idea.
Especially where you guys are going.
Yeah, I was like,
I like that idea.
I like this.
So Find Traps, just specifics of it. You sense the presence of any trap within range, which is 120 feet. So good side. It includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which is specifically intended by this monster creator. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that would come in handy.
it does not reveal natural weaknesses in the floor, an unstable ceiling, or a hidden sinkhole. It reveals
So
things
anything
that would actively
anything that
damage
was
you.
set. Yeah.
But I'm an earth genasi. I can see that shit, so you're good.
So together, you guys
If
are.
it's natural, I got it.
We got everything. We've got everything.
Yeah, no, we're pretty spread. Josh,
Oh.
feel a boo with me right now before we take a rest.
Well,
If we take a long rest, we heal fully overnight. But before I go to sleep, I put Bane back into my Pearl of Power.
Bane again, you got it.
What if what?
I was just say, what if the magical mead, is it just incredibly potent, or does it actually do a thing?
So, do you drink the mead?
I drink.
A little bit.
All right.
No, I'm drinking the regular. I'll just keep drinking the regular beer.
Just the
Magical mead
okay.
might be needed. Yeah.
What he's asking
Okay.
is, does he wake up hungover?
Do I wake up healed from the water of life? That's what I'm asking.
When you take a long rest, you do heal fully back.
All right.
Also, Kate, you got some other
Yeah.
spells.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna try to work the toys on my iPad and then straight from my phone. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
do.
can. That makes sense.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You
I'm
have
right.
all the devices.
I'm running 4 screens right now.
Don't have to do next time.
I feel less.
So, Morgan, what do you think for your first experience with D&D?
Well, I didn't die,
No.
so
you didn't
You got a little close there.
How low did you get?
Well,
15.
you got,
What's your hit points? What's the height? How many do you have? 30? Or
no, you got 31.
31? Okay. Because yeah, I only have 24 and I'm at 16, so yeah.
I feel fine. I didn't get hit at all. I'm good.
I got a little
Yeah,
close for
you
you.
did.
You're behind the wagon.
Yeah, kind of hard to.
Cleric. Okay, remember. Okay, I'm gonna. You're on my. I cast command, which made that dude grovel at you, which allows you to pick him up and throw him.
Had he not done that, that would have been 2 more attacks at you.
That's fair.
That's fair.
But at the same time,
Should have brought them stones.
Like I realize my character is not all that. She's gonna come in full charisma, and as soon as she decides that it's a battle, she's gonna run in as full battle. Like there's no halfway point.
He has no chill.
I have no chill. I'm 100% all the time. So.
And that's why the healer stays back, observes and controls, and tries to weaken the people so that they get disadvantage attacks and penalties on their attacks.
You did well as a cleric. You did very well.
I healed those who needed healed. I disadvantaged people, and then I told them to kneel before the might of Abu.
But Abu didn't care.
I really wish.
No, I didn't care.
I really wish that tree would have
This
fit.
means nothing.
Me too.
That would have been awesome.
Just starting the whole thing with intimidation. I really appreciate that you just played with what I had in mind. Just go grab that tree. go get it. Just,
It would have been really funny if you would have failed it. Like when you go pick it up and just yank on it.
You feel a pop in your back.
Oh god.
oh.
Grammy, Grammy was not there.
I played a game a while back. The rogue was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna hop out of this tree," and he rolled.
Oh, we're still going.
I think 2. Or no, he rolled a natural 1, and I'm like, "So you jump down and you land and you stub one of your toes as you land, and for the rest of the game, whenever he was rolling low on acrobatics or any dexterity stuff, it's like, you remember that injury to your foot? It just kind of acts up a little bit today."
Oh, that hits a little close to home right now. just a little.
It does.
Just a wee bit.
Well, I had a lot of fun. I hope everybody watching had a lot of fun.
Thank you, Dustin.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Dustin,
Next week.
can you get some dice in the mail for a certain someone?
I will.
Oh, I'll take over. I will be in, I will literally go into the chat and remind you every day.
Oh, dude.
That's what it takes. So I'll just go,
I realize I'm a big coordinator as a
Go on,
planner.
dang it. Nice.
I will get it out tomorrow.
But I mean,
I will say, at least, because you're brand new to D&D, doing it this way with Roll20 kind of just got you kind of used to it before you actually use dice.
Yeah, I did see how the numbers come up and how they work.
Kate,
Couple more games.
They don't for me.
No, yeah. I mean, it started coming back to me as soon as we started getting into it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see your mind was kind of working when you were getting a little more used to it. You're like, okay, yeah, this is what I can do.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot how this goes. But,
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Dustin, sometime this week, or between now and whenever next time we play, I'm going to have you hop into D20 and show me how to switch my spells without, completely deleting everything.
Oh, that's easy.
We'll do it later, but it's... Because right now I've got some spells in there that, they might be useful, they might not. Because this wasn't exactly a perfect battle setup for my spell selection, but I made sure that I had a couple options.
Yep. And don't forget, being a cleric, you can reset yours every day.
Ironheart 77 wants to know if this is going to be a weekly thing.
I was gonna say, can we have it continue to be Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central? Is that okay?
Yep.
I mean, we are competing right up against Critical Role, but I don't think they'll miss one or two people.
But I don't know. For now, for the first few sets of sessions, I think it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, works for me.
my
We can always
schedule for the
adjust
next
it
couple
as
weeks
summer
is the
comes.
same. And after that, I'll find out at the end of the month what my actual time is. But as long as the people out there are okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm on games on Twitch on Tuesday, Wednesday, and
Well-
Thursday, and Saturday. So,
Well, since apparently the first 35, 45 minutes kind of got erased, or well, I'll look
Yeah.
into the recording later. Do we want to give our socials and
Well, not our social
Well-
security card. That's probably not necessary.
Yeah.
you know, I knew that was going to be the joke. I didn't know who was going to say it, but
Do
so
we want to shamelessly plug our
yes, shamelessly plug.
our TikTok?
absolutely.
Okay, let's go with the most famous among us.
So the top guy is
No, you.
Archeo Wolf.
Archeo Wolf at TikTok and Instagram, and then a whiskey with a wolf on YouTube for this one video because I'm bad at making videos.
Not as bad as I am at setting up the audio, apparently.
That's fair.
At some point, I will go record more. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that.
Hey, there you go.
And then next, well, we'll just go this way, if that's okay with everyone. Jackal Twinkie 77 on everything.
All the things.
All the things. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, everything. Well, technically not YouTube, but that'll still pull me up, and there's nothing there. There's more than one, but nothing that really matters. But if you like funny stuff, if you're, that's me, Jackal Twinkie 77. Thanks for coming. Next up is Natty Nat.
Hi, I'm Natty Nat. On TikTok and on Instagram, I also occasionally do talk shows or talk podcasts with Captain Dadpool and Tart, which is the Atheist Roundtable. I am famously going to plug in on April 18th. I will be doing a one-on-one with Dadpool and Mason. We are going to be talking about evolution and how pseudoscience conforms basic knowledge within our society. So that's going to be a fun. That's going to be a fun one.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag not
that's gonna
sponsored.
be, Sunday at 8:00 on the 18th. So
I'm supposed to do a podcast, but I can't remember what day I'm supposed to do.
You just have so many lined up,
It's written down on the wall. So.
I was gonna say, and Archeo Wolf and I need to start doing dual lives as soon as we can figure out how to do it, so that we
Dual
can start
lives
talking.
and you got to help me figure out the merch thing. Apparently.
Yeah. So that's the thing that Josh and I.
Oh, Josh, yeah.
Because he wanted to know if I wanted to make my own merch or if I wanted to make merch with you and have a combined shop, because that could be a thing.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should actually schedule a day and sit down.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes, I do say. Pick a day.
Hey,
And I'll make it happen.
Semi-daily basis. Hey, when are we talking about this? oh, okay. Moving on. Go on, guys.
I suppose I'm on TikTok. Dustin.len.puls. Puls. I'm also
Dustin's
on.
the Dungeon Master of Dungeon Masters.
I am a terrible dungeon master.
It is fantastic.
You can't tell the difference.
He needs more confidence in that seat.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Can you roll a charisma check?
But is it deception or persuasion? I don't know.
I think deception.
I do, on Wednesdays, I play, I'm a player in Crimson Barrel's game, Crimson Barrel on Twitch, and Dadpool's on there as well, and a couple other people, and we have way too much fun. More fun than we were supposed to. I'm actually ending up becoming the guy on TikTok that when someone goes, hey, I've never been able to play, I just go, well, that's awesome. Let's play.
We're gonna change
I
that.
did that with Deadpool and Crimson Barrel,
Now,
and now Archeo Wolf.
yeah. We need to find a few. We need to find a crew of DMs or people on TikTok that are willing to be DMs and set up a bunch of different games for others to to get going. Because there are a lot of people that comment about wanting to play and never being able to.
I have two friends. One is a mercenary DM. He is a DM for hire.
Yeah.
And then one of his partners.
For hire though.
One of his partners just started a D&D campaign for new people, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but they are it's people who don't normally play is who they've made the group specifically for.
Yeah.
So what little influence I have, I'll see what they want to do.
Kate joined in at the last minute for us to fill in the slot that needed to be filled, and I wanted to say that Kate has done an awesome job, and she was so cooperative when I invited her in to play, I was like, hey, that means we're going to have to build a character, like, within the week, and you were like, sure, which never happens, by the way, because it takes months. I can tell you right now, we've been working with someone that didn't build this character for, like,
5 weeks. 5 weeks.
Only
5 weeks it took him to build a character, and the night you decide to build yours, he pops on.
Yeah, which was awesome.
It worked out
really helped
perfectly,
me.
but I just wanted to say that
that night got me in a little bit of trouble.
So,
Yeah,
Oh, did it now?
yeah.
me too.
Sorry.
It got me into trouble because suddenly it's 11 o'clock and female voices are coming out of my apparatuses. Apparati?
Yeah.
I could see that.
She's like, who are those? Who's that girl? I'm like, well, there's 3 guys and 2 girls, so just one's not very talkative.
One last kind of shameless plug. My friend who's We the Guild on Twitch, he gifted me. He logged into my Roll20 account and he went to the marketplace and he bought it, like everything on the marketplace for me. So
We have the same
go watch it
monthly
too,
collection every
because
night.
he's awesome. Because it's because of him that I'm able to offer up my services.
It's because of him that we're able to get the characters that we want.
Yes.
Nice.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
It's a good thing though. That's fun.
Legitimately, they can all be got other ways, but this way we got them legitimately with full access without having to block out where everything came from.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's thanks to him that when I search for a monster in the compendium, it actually takes a few minutes for it to load. So,
That's not the
because I
word.
have access to that many monsters, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, that's a warning. I hope you guys realize that was a warning just now.
Well,
Every time he smiles, I get so nervous. I'm like,
There's a lot of
You'll be great. Everything will be fine, I promise.
the thing to remember, at least in older editions, there was a feat in third edition where you could use your knowledge checks to learn about different creatures. So the fact that between us, I think we've got all the knowledges with nature, wisdom, arcana,
A lot
religion.
of times
Not
you can
all
make
the
history
languages.
checks or nature checks to kind of see, have you ever heard of this thing before?
So I'm really glad that we've got a wide range of knowledges. But yeah, so okay, Kate, plug yourself.
One more plug.
Oh,
no,
one more plug.
the event
Horizon.
will be the 0 on everything. So,
What's that from? Just curiosity. Like what?
I've always been fascinated by black holes. And there's a point where not even light can escape gravity, and that just fascinates me. So the event
My favorite thing about black holes, I heard the joke. Someone looked at God and said, "Hey, nice universe," and he stuck his hands in black holes and goes, "Thanks, it has pockets."
Please tell me that someone has told that joke with Bill Nye or Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I completely forgot where I've heard it. It was probably on Facebook or something. I don't know, but it was a great joke, and I'll never forget it.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks. It has pockets.
I'll admit, when I see Event Horizon, I don't think of a black hole.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
I think of Sam Neill with nails in his face and that weird looking shit.
Yeah.
And then Lawrence Fishburne being like, "Phew."
There's a point in space where not even light can break down the escape gravity, and that's fascinating.
It's the horizon, yeah.
I've named myself after
But
my gamer tag.
It's fascinating.
I think of
will it power a super game?
everything.
This is an important question. Very important question. And can we get to Andromeda and or the Pegasus galaxy?
Okay, once again, I'm going to point out the part that was probably lost to the ether. We have an archaeologist, we have a geoarchaeologist, we have an anthropologist, and then we got two guys. I have a high school diploma. I specialized in shit, I can't remember the joke now. Damn it.
You specialize in
words.
Let's be real.
Eligibility. My major was in eligibility.
Children. No, you specialize in children.
Young children.
He has 6.
There you go.
I have 6 children, including 2 toddlers out there, and I think mommy's ready because she's got to wake up early in the morning. So, all right. So, thank you guys for joining in on this little adventure, and hopefully, this is the start of a really big adventure. So,
I'm down. Oh yeah.
See you next week.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.